I'm a widow, and I'm currently living in a tent. I just felt like my world had collapsed.
On this episode of Scamfish presented by socialcatfish.com, we will be speaking to a woman named Betty Jean from West Virginia. She's been through a lot after her online relationship with a man named Johnson David Spires. Betty and Johnson met on Mingles too and were in an online relationship for 3 years. Johnson claimed to be a military man stationed in Columbus, Ohio. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let's get into it.
Betty, how are you doing?
I'm okay.
I'm David with socialcatfish.com. Thanks for taking the time to do this interview. Betty, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm a widow, and I'm currently living in a tent.
Wow. And what's some of your background and what's making you want to do this video?
Because I know he has been scamming other women, and I just want to get it out there so maybe these other people will realize and see his pictures and not deal with him.
Let's kind of go back. What kind of happened before you met this guy?
In April of 2017, I had lost my husband, and I was lonely, wanted somebody to chat with. Me and my husband had agreed that if either one of us had passed away, the other one was to move on, and that's something I was looking forward to do.
What did your husband pass away from?
I'm not for sure. He had some health issues.
Yeah.
I had woke up and found him dead in the floor.
Oh, wow.
And I had problems with his family after that.
How long were you guys married for?
Almost 25 years. I didn't know what to do. Totally. I just felt like my world had collapsed. I wanted to take something slow and maybe build a relationship, and that's when I met this one online and end up losing everything because of him.
Betty, when you first started talking to this person, what gave you that like initial connection? So, you both had loved ones that had like passed away. When did you start really feeling feelings for him?
It was probably like 3 or 4 months later.
And then how often were you talking?
Every day, 2 and 3 times a day.
Where did you get the money to send to him?
I borrowed off of my family, friends, sold my house, my vehicle, because he had promised me everything new.
Where were you sending money to?
Nigeria.
And how much money did you send total?
Through MoneyGram and Western Union, it was over $10,000. With the iTunes cards and everything like that, I think I figured up close to $20,000.
And you got the money from selling your house and your car and borrowing money, huh?
Yeah. It started out small because I sent $100 to do like a video chat, but I never did get the video chat.
So while this is happening, are you telling anybody close by kind of what's going on?
They completely turned their backs on me and wouldn't talk to me. They just told me that they knew that I had been scammed, and I'm just now being able to where I can actually talk to my family.
If you could tell them like one thing, maybe some of the family members that aren't talking to you or that haven't really listened to you, like what, if they're watching this video, what would you say to them?
That I'm sorry, that we should have sat down and talked about it and just been a backbone for me.
And so what were some of the things that you started doing where you started getting suspicious to try to look into this, to figure out what was going on?
After I lost everything, I sat down and tried to visualize everything that had happened. It literally threw me into depression.
Yeah.
I end up cutting myself, tried overdosing. They end up putting me on antidepressant medicine.
Wow. And have you called him out? Have you come out and said, I know you're a scammer? Or like, did you ever confront him?
Yeah, I have here. I've been telling him this whole time for the last, I don't know, 3 or 4 months that I know he's scamming me, and he keeps telling me no, he's not, that he's a real person, that he really loves me.
I mean, we always say, like, don't read the YouTube comments, you know, because there's people on both ends. There's people that have been through exactly what you've been through, and there's people that, you know, have never been through any of this. And, you know, what's your response to them? You know, people are going to be like, how could she be so silly to give all that money and borrow all that money?
Well, and if you've really not been in that position, it's hard to, I don't think you should really judge somebody. There should be somebody there to talk to.
You know, you're starting to talk to family a little bit more. What's your outlook? How are things looking for you?
Pretty good, I think. It's just slowly getting everything back together. I'm actually talking to another guy online, but we do video chats. He's not asked for money, you know, and I've explained my whole situation to him up front, because I wanted to be completely honest and let him know, hey, I'm not going to do these things. And I have talked to a few that has asked for money and stuff, and when it comes to that, I just block them.
Yeah.
What's the biggest takeaway you want for people watching this video right now?
Don't send money to anybody, whether it's cards, money. If they ask for it, get them out of your life.
Well, Betty, I really appreciate you doing this interview. You know, we'll be in touch, and thank you so much, and you have a great day.
Thank you. You too.
Yeah, thank you again.
Bye.
Bye. Are you unsure if the person you're talking to online is real or fake? Maybe you've been trying to get a family member or friend to come to terms, and you have a story that you'd like to share about a romance scam. If this is you, email us at sharemystory@socialcatfish.com. By allowing our YouTube audience to hear about your experiences, you can educate them on what you went through and the signs you witnessed. Education is the best way to prevent these scams. Your story could be the reason thousands of scams are prevented.